Okay, welcome everybody to this first Feature Friday. I am very excited to share with you today's insights on how to use Facebook Live videos and in order to boost your traffic. That's what we are here about today. And I'm also very excited because this is the first time I'm doing this Feature Friday, and I created this idea in order to connect you guys with each other and make this group a hub for social media marketing hacks, tips, and support. So before I probably introduce my first guest, Ollie, today, I want to quickly explain why we are here today and what this new series Feature Friday is all about. So I decided to introduce Feature Friday as a weekly live session series, and I will hopefully get to speak to one group member each week about a certain social media marketing topic. So this can either be a topic that my guest is an expert in, or a topic that my guest is struggling with at the moment. And the idea is to create valuable insights, obviously, so that we all in the group can learn from each other, from the success stories of others, and from the examples that, or from the questions that our others have. Because this is essentially the whole idea behind this group. I wanted to create a safe place where digital nomads and travel bloggers who work so hard to promote their blogs, services, and products can connect, encourage each other, and learn from each other. And well, me as your group host, I will do my very best to provide value and share all my insights from my almost 10 years of client work as a marketing and PR consultant and later social media marketing consultant. So please feel free to hit me up on any question you have related to social media marketing. This group is really your place to grow and to learn and to create a steady growth of traffic to your site, or simply to grow your social media if that's your goal. So now quickly, one last thing before we really get started. And I just want to know if you're joining live today, then please let me know below in the comments from where you're watching from. Just comment below your place so we all know where everybody is from, and that makes it a little bit more personal. So, all right. Speaking of personal, now Ollie, I will get you in here. Ollie, I'm adding you. Yes, let's see if that works. I already chatted with Ollie a couple of minutes ago.
There we go.
And yes, here he is. Hello, Ollie.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, good. This looks good. Can you see me properly?
I can see you.
And hear me?
All good. Sound is good. Picture is good. Perfect.
Perfect.
Nice.
So awesome. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Thanks for having me.
Being here. And yeah, like I said, I'm really excited because Facebook Live videos are the thing, a hot thing to do at the moment, or actually quite a while ago. And that's also the reason why I invited you over, because I don't exaggerate if I call you the master of live videos.
Oh no.
So guys, before I give Ollie the opportunity to introduce himself, I just want to quickly say something about Ollie, because he is a digital nomad, really successful also for quite some time. He has different businesses running, and he's joining us from Bali today, where he's living the life. And also he has a group here on Facebook, Digital Nomad Booster. It's a really great group. So if you're a digital nomad, which you are, because that's why you are in my group, you should check his group out. It's really awesome how lively and active people are in there. A lot of live videos are on the feed every day. I see that. So check it out. I will link it also later on in this video's description. But now, Ollie, yes.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about you and why you think live videos is something everyone should do.
Thank you. First of all, thanks very much for having me here. It's an honor and it's super cool. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about live videos. Maybe very, very shortly a bit about myself, because I'm in the whole digital nomad scene, social media marketing scene. It's about 5 years now. And I remember it's been like 2 years ago when the first people came up and they were talking about live videos. And then like 1 year ago, I heard it from more and more people. And that's when we started to do live. So like every now and then a live. And it became just a very, very powerful tool over the last couple of months, actually, because people were like, it gets so personal. Right? Because social media is kind of like overdone. Everyone hates Facebook. No one likes Instagram, but everyone is using it. But then the thing is like, like if you go on with a video, it's just like, it's so much more personal and people are starting to engage and they leave comments and then they watch the reviews. And I think it's just like the personal touch in there. So we were like, okay, we start to do more and more lives, and I know it's a lot of people are afraid of doing lives. They don't like doing lives because it's kind of weird.
Including me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to talk to a camera and then you're kind of live on stage. I mean, most people don't even like to go live on a stage in the real world, but there at least you have your audience in front of you. And here it's just like talking to yourself. It's kind of like schizophrenic, but it works, and people love it. That like overall people love it.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit before we started here, and I think, well, I can totally relate to your girlfriend who is also a little bit camera shy, and I think, yeah, like you said before, once you've done it a couple of times and you get the hang of it and actually use it as a tool, because it's so great that you can connect in real time with your audience, and they have the opportunity to ask you or to react to what you're saying. And so I mean, it's social, so that's why it's called social media, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the main thing, like you give something personal in an unpersonal world, and you give people the chance to react. This is one thing, and the other thing, what a lot of people don't know is like if you want to grow your groups on social media, doing lives in a group is the best way. And I've seen people growing their groups very, very quick just by doing lives and interviews, especially interviews, because Facebook is checking how long are people staying in your group. And if you do like an interview with someone, which takes about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and so people start to watch and they stay in your group, which means that in the algorithm, you get higher up in the ranking quite quick if Facebook realizes that people staying for a long time in your group. So growing the group by using lives and inviting people to do interviews with them is a very, very powerful way. Besides, it's very personal as well, but it just comes all together. That's what Facebook wants these days, like everyone is talking about the algorithm. The algorithm is a very important topic, but at the end of the day, it's not about the algorithm, it's about what Facebook wants to see. And Facebook wants to see that people stay in your group for a long time in this example. And that's why you can push the organic traffic very, very quick, but just by using lives. Simple. It's very simple. Just go in front of a camera and start to talk.
Right?
It's so easy.
And that's exactly why you're doing it every day, right? You committed to go live every day in your group.
I know.
And by the look at your face, you're already bored of it.
No, I'm not bored of it, but it was like it's a couple of weeks ago. It's about 5 weeks ago. We're having a program at the moment, which is related to the Digital Nomad Booster, and this is like this program is all about the number 10, and like 10 and 1,000 and everything which is related with the 1 and the 0. So I launched that program where we're like, okay, we're offering a course for $1,000, which includes 10 live sessions, and where we prove that that you can make out of this course $10,000 in 10 weeks. So that was kind of like the idea behind. And then we started to promote that, and we launched a course, and it went really well. And I remember there was one night, and we were sitting out in our jog lounge, and we had a couple of beers, and then was just like joking around
with it all starts with a beer.
It all starts with a beer. And I said to Lisa, you know what? I make that course really big. I'm gonna promote the shit out of it. And she said, how are you gonna do that?
Every day.
And I was like, I gotta do a live every day to prove that it's right. And she said, yeah, sure. So the next day I woke up and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Yeah, and here we are. We're in week 5 now, and I still stick to it, and I do my lives every day.
No, it's really impressive. Every time I see Ollie in all this live, I want to see he's really doing it.
Yeah, that's very important. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They think just because it's social media and it's a screen between you and me, you don't have to stick to your promises or something like that, you know, because I announced it then, and I was telling everybody, like, I'm going to do a live every day, and I'm going to prove how you make $10,000 in 10 weeks. So if you stop in week 5, you're going to lose so many followers, you know, like just because it's unreal and it's a screen between you, it doesn't mean that people not watching you. People watching you very exactly. So stick to your promises, whatever, maybe even if a beer was involved, but if you're going to say something, you're going to do it. And that's why, I'm going to do these lives for another 5 weeks now.
I think that's the number 1 rule in social media marketing in general. Be consistent and do what you planned. I mean, yes, like you say, even if someone wasn't there hearing you say that you will do it for the next few weeks, but the fact that you're showing up and that you're doing it repetitively, that's what people actually notice. So like I said, I mean, I notice your live every day because I get this notification, and so for me, you're the ultimate master of live video. That's why you're here sitting now with me doing this live show.
Don't make me blush. Don't make me blush.
It does work. But let's talk about because everyone or people in this group, and not everybody has a group, but perhaps, and I highly suggest that people are having a business page or a fan page if they are digital nomads with a product or service they want to promote. Would you recommend also doing live videos on a page, or is it really necessary to have a group in order to use that algorithm effect that you were explaining before?
I mean, I like, you know, like talking about fan pages and going live in fan pages. You can go live on a fan page. Why not? I'm used to do it for actually one reason, and to have a look at what are fan pages for. Fan pages are for 2 reasons. First of all, for Facebook ads. If you want to do paid advertisement, you need a fan page. So it's good to grow your fan page from the very first beginning on, because no one wants a fan page with 5 likes, right? It's much better if you have like a couple hundred or 1,000 likes in it. So start to grow it, and then make your journey easy, and link it to your Instagram, so you don't even have to take care about the content. It just goes hand in hand. Make sure you got some in, and then grow it constantly. So one day you're going to maybe invest in Facebook ads. You have a proper page already done for that. On the other side, what I used to do it, because we're really focusing with our clients on organic traffic and not making them pay for Facebook ads. I think it's a very good way to bring people in your group, because what we do with our fan pages is like we link them in the banner directly to the group and tell people, look, we have a group. Why don't you join the group? Because it's absolutely okay to invite people to a fan page, but it's a no-go to invite people to a group. You're never going to add someone to a group if it's not like your closest friend. But you can add everyone to a fan page. And then the organic stream goes like you go from your profile to your fan page, from your fan page to your group. So that's what fan pages are good. And what we used to do, we go live in our fan page and telling people to join the group. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Also, I mean, the fact that you're not inviting someone directly to the group. And Facebook makes it so easy, because there's this button, add this person, and it looks like they're receiving an invitation, but you actually really added the person.
You add them, exactly. Facebook makes it look nice, but it's actually not look nice. It's not. That's not what you do. You know, like it's like in the real world. I always try to compare that to a real business. If you have like a real store, down the road.
Of course.
You not just walk out on the street and you just grab people and push them in your store. You know, like, you don't do that. That's just
Get
mean.
on in here.
No, be nice. Invite them. You know, like
Yeah.
talk first and then show what you have to offer. And then if they want to join, they will. But
Okay.
be nice and not just be pushy. That's the wrong way
Okay.
on social media.
So we're drifting a little bit because this
Sorry.
is actually about live videos. So
I'm
let's
sorry.
go back and focus. No, that's okay. I mean, I find it interesting too. But live videos again. Do you have any recommendation for like technical skills? You don't actually need much more than an iPhone and a good internet connection, or do you suggest any other equipment, or
No, I mean,
is there?
it's really like, it's what you said. It's like an iPhone, it really helps because you can, if you want to, especially want to do interviews, if you want to go live generally, you don't need an iPhone. You can do every Android. But if you want to invite people to your live, it has to happen on an iPhone. If you don't want to pay for a software like Zoom or many others out there, I think the most popular at the moment. Sorry?
Can you not do it? Sorry, can you not do it from a computer?
No. You can do live from a computer, yes, but you cannot invite people.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. And then it doesn't. Most people have a Mac, so it doesn't work on Safari. It has to be in Chrome. So there are, you know, like few limitations. So iPhone makes it happen very easy. If you want to do that, and everything else is like, yeah, make sure you got some proper headphones so the sound's going to be clear. Make sure you have a stable internet connection. So that's why, unfortunately, I do most of my lives in my office here in Bali and not like out on the street, because I can be sure it's going to lose the connection. And that's kind of like, that's like, yeah.
And apart from the connection, I mean also the noise.
The noise and everything. Make sure you don't have too many background noises and it's not too echoey.
Yeah.
So, but this is stuff you have to go into it. Make sure your phone is not locked. Because if it's upside down locked, it shows you the picture real time, but the recording will be upside down.
Okay.
But the rest you can't actually do. Learning by doing. Learning by doing. Yeah. Cross your fears and just get it out there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And maybe just one last thing. I'm looking at the clock and it says 10:20. I don't know, is Facebook now cutting us off after 20 minutes? Because I heard the maximum amount of time is 20 minutes, or is that true? No.
Never heard that.
No, really?
No, that would be that would be horrible.
So we can talk for hours.
For someone like me who talks and talks and talks, that would be the worst. No, I've never experienced that. No, I used to do live interviews and everything for longer than an hour, without problem. Actually, I've never heard that.
Okay, then I read something wrong. But see, that's also the case.
Or maybe I don't know about it, but out of my experience, it's like we do lives usually easy 30 minutes, no problem, and I used to do them longer than an hour or so, no problem at all. Never been cut off.
So I can relax and don't have to rush through this.
No, we have time.
Okay, good. But then I'm really interested in how you. Well, that's maybe a general question about coming up with content for your live video every single day, because like you do it every single day, maybe people in this group don't want to do it every day, but still you need some sort of content plan, I imagine. Do you schedule it out for a week, let's say, or how do you go about it?
To be very honest, I should, but I don't. I don't have a plan actually. I'm taking mostly my inspiration through daily experience. Mostly it's related to, I have at least daily 1 to 3 customers I'm working with or clients I'm working with, and it's always similar problems. So I'm taking mostly my inspiration for the lives out of this. What we try to do, and I'll be very honest about that, because obviously we're all selling on Facebook. We're all bringing content and value into that, and because we have a product we're going to promote. So what we try to do, we bring as much value as possible, but not giving too many insights. And we're making people curious. We're crossing a topic which is obviously very valuable, and then making people ask more. about it.
Yeah.
So, but the inspiration, I know people asking me all this time, and they're like, do you have like a roadmap about all that? And no, I don't actually. I'm just go with the flow. And mostly it comes out of customer and client talks where they like, should I do it like this and this? And I was like, oh, that's actually a good topic for a live, because I know a lot of people are interested to hear about that anyway. So take the topic, cut it down a little bit, and put it live.
Yeah. Okay. Well, probably you would suggest differently to your clients and tell them, oh yes, you need a content plan. And
yeah, if you don't want to get lost in it, I think it really depends on you. I know other people, they're doing live. I have a good friend here in Bali. She's doing a challenge 365-day live. So it's one live for a year-long one live, and she's doing her lives like an hour a day. So that's massive. She obviously she has a content plan, very, very, very structured. So depends a little bit what you do. I mean, I don't know if you see my life yesterday, because sometimes you just yes, we have new product launches at the moment, so I'm very catched up with work, and sometimes you find yourself later on the day and you're like, oh my God, I promised that live and I didn't do it. And I found myself yesterday in a bar with one of my main business partner after a meeting, and we just went for a drink. I was like, I forgot my life. Oh my God, I got to do that now. And we did it in a bar, like it was like, okay, let's put it like 5 minutes on, and he was talking, I was talking. So that just happens so spontaneously.
I have to watch the replay.
Yeah, it's funny. It's very loud.
I was just gonna ask, how did you do that with the audio and stuff? But I guess that's probably also one thing. If you deliver every day valuable content, and your audience is already like they're getting used to you, and you're building a trust around your brand and yourself, so they forgive yourself.
Oh yeah.
They forgive you if you do something like this in a bar one time, right?
Absolutely. And I think there is nothing wrong about, the only thing you need to be aware of, and that's what I taken care of, is like, because I said I promised one live a day over the next 10 weeks. So if I do like funny stuff, or like stuff that doesn't have a lot of value, like us in a bar and talking about our day and our project, I use my private profile for that. And when I come up with very serious and valuable content, I always go live in the group. But if I have like days like yesterday when I'm like, okay, I missed it out, but I promised to do it and I stick to my promise, I will do that. Sorry, that was the dog. Then I use my private profile for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have just one last question. Comparing Facebook Live with, it's not really comparable, but yeah, Instagram Live, for example. Also many people are using. Do you see the exact same effect? Have you done it? Are you using it all, or would you say it's a Facebook thing?
I think it's a Facebook thing at the moment, because not a lot of people know it. To be very honest, what we do a lot of stories on Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's what we use it for, to do stories. We haven't done a lot of lives. That's maybe because Instagram is absolutely on my girlfriend, on Lisa's side, and she hates lives. So that's why no lives in Instagram, right? So Facebook is more mine. That's maybe where it comes from. And to be very honest, I couldn't give you any serious trigger points about how that works and how the audience reacts. I know that we do a lot of stories, and that really works good. So live stories are always cool. The lives in Instagram, I'm not really the expert for. But
do you promote your live? Like, let's say, do you say on Instagram that you're going live on Facebook, or is that something?
No, I keep that separate. I really keep. For me, these are like two different tools. Because the Facebook is like kind of like a tool what I use to promote my business, and it's like the marketplace, like where everything happens. Instagram is kind of like where we live the lifestyle, and it's something to bring people through a different funnel, maybe into Facebook. But it's a whole lifestyle thing. It doesn't have a lot to do with business. I don't talk about business on Instagram, and I don't bring people through business funnels on Instagram and then to Facebook. I kind of like separate that. Yeah. And it takes.
I think many people use Instagram more like for branding or creating.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah,
magazine cover.
branding is a very good word for it. Branding is a
Yeah.
very good. We brand ourselves on Instagram because there you have to have an Instagram, but you can obviously make money out of Instagram by being an influencer or doing proper affiliate marketing and everything that. But looking at where the most of our stuff happens is Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's why
Okay.
I kind of like separate that, and it takes me less than 5 minutes to put on a post on Facebook. We usually also post daily. And Lisa is doing everything about Instagram, and it takes her about an hour to do a post on Instagram. You know, like the color, everything needs to be absolutely perfect. So
I don't want to talk cliches, but it's more like a girl thing with the Instagram
game.
game.
It is a little bit, I guess.
It is. I hear you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair enough. So you split your business and
kind of, yeah.
distribute the task.
A little bit,
that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good teamwork. Perfect. Well, if you don't have any additional recommendation, like general tips about live videos,
no, I think
you say just do it.
Exactly. That's the most important. Just do it. Just do it. It's like everything. It's like everything you have to get used to. Like driving a car, like swimming, and once you got it, then you just do it again and again. Yeah. People need to understand that it's a very, very powerful tool these days. So if you wanna succeed in online or social media marketing, there is no way to avoid lives at one point, unfortunately, these days. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Interesting and insightful, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that too. And make sure you tune in next Friday again. We're gonna talk again about a social media topic. I'm not gonna tell you now, but I will throughout the week. And yeah, Ollie, enjoy your time and day in Bali.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I hope you stick till the end of your live videos.
I will. I will.
Only have 5 weeks to go.
It's only 5 weeks, exactly.
Easy.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Goodbye.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, see you around.
Thank you. Bye-bye.